So Samsung has unpacked, Samsung Unpacked rather, happened on Wednesday, and it certainly generated a lot of hype with announcement of boundary-breaking devices and new mobile technology benchmarks. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 and the Galaxy Z Fold 6 are the latest devices, and they really show the brand's commitment to meeting the needs of customers through innovative technology AI. South Africans are eager to see what's in store. Justin Hume, who's Vice President of Mobile Experience at Samsung South Africa, is here to tell us more about the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. Good morning, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, lady. Great to be here with you.
It's so good to have you with us. I'm really excited to hear about this because I'm hearing Galaxy AI and I'm thinking, okay, so we're already talking about artificial intelligence in our mobiles.
That's it. I mean, AI has been a buzzword, right, for the past year or so.
Yeah.
And we really went big into AI phones with the launch of our S24 earlier this year, and now it's out on our foldable devices. So here with me, I've got our Galaxy Z Fold 6. And I mean, just to give the audience a view, so phone on the outside and even bigger screen real estate here on the inside, effectively.
Ooh.
AI makes it a transformative experience, and it really is good.
Well, talk to us about that, right? I mean, the era of mobile AI, just how it works on your mobile phone.
So a couple of things. Firstly, we are kind of differentiated, so we have both AI on device processing capability, as well as in the cloud through our partners with Google. So that gives you security, privacy, and the like. You know, just thinking about today, I mean, we're talking business, we're talking these kind of things. And I mean, I want you to imagine the UN Security Council, right? You've seen how everybody sits around, they have the interpreters talking about in the different languages. So you may be speaking in French, I can hear you in English.
Yes.
This phone now does that for you with our Galaxy Buds earpieces. So you talk, as I said, in French, I can hear you real time, translated in English. Maybe a colleague of ours, let's call it Joe, is listening to you in Italian. That's the kind of AI stuff and processing that's capable from these handsets now.
That's incredible. And what's interesting is I want to make a little bit of a joke about how, we've got this government of national unity and everyone's working together, and perhaps, if you speak a certain language, I'm able to pick up what you're saying.
There we go. So that's kind of the direction of it, effectively.
Yeah, very, very. Talk to us about this new range. So you've got this Galaxy AI-powered devices, but they're foldable. The key differences in how they compare as opposed to the other Galaxy Z series.
So, every year we come out bigger, better, stronger. That kind
the
of thing.
pressure's on from yourselves.
Exactly. Innovation, you've got to keep pushing that boundary effectively. So the camera improvements are there, the battery improvements are there. And again, just to reiterate, so the Fold is where we have a bar-type phone that then opens up into more of like a tablet type of effect. Yes. The Flip, which I haven't got here, would be one that sort of unfolds in that regard. So again, as I said, we've got those improvements on board. But what I'm loving about this series at the moment is that this AI thread is carrying through not just the handset, but into the ecosystem that's around it. Yeah. So we've got, you can see here, my bright orange Galaxy Watch Ultra. Wore the strap to pick up on TV here.
Yeah, of course.
But AI integrates right the way through that to the earpieces that we have, what we call buds. And it just is so seamless. So now one of the big things that we're working on is the health application and how this measures like my sleep, blood pressure, ECG. That comes back to the phone on Samsung Health. And that tells me about, the quality of sleep I've had, the energy score that I have for the day.
Wow.
What we call the AGES index. Am I, sort of a little bit old for my age or a little bit young, a little bit fit? Where we go? Yeah. And I think it's so important because these days we want to know, we want to track, we want to understand our well-being. Yeah. And now this AI integration across it really not only measures it, but also gives you these recommendations of what to do.
I must tell you, I think the first time I saw, the Flip or Fold, it took me back, right, to the early days when all of us, remember we used to enjoy doing that with our phones, and it was a thing back in the day. And I think a lot of people are really enjoying to slowly get that back. How do you protect the market share, though, where it seems that it's a trend that's coming back?
Very much so. So this foldable device is there. So going back to those old days, it was a great time, right?
It was fun.
We had competitor brands certainly led that way. But that was a single screen and then perhaps a keyboard. Obviously now you've got the duality, one screen across both sides of the device. Very much entrants coming into this market. The foldable market is expected to grow to over 100 million units per year by 2028. I mean, that's a sizable market. Huge. So clearly, competitors coming in. We distinguish ourselves on a couple of platforms, but probably first and foremost is, again, this on-device capability of processing, as well as cloud-based processing with our partners that we have. You know, that's kind of unique to Samsung at this point in time. The other side of it is that we've invested heavily into the actual hinge structure and screen technology that goes here. Samsung, as you know, we make TV sets, we make audio devices and the like. So we have all this technology from different fields at our fingertips that we're able to integrate and bring into a device. And that, again, gives us kind of that unique positioning. So I think you're very much getting the best of everything when you buy one of these Z series.
All right, and so I want to look at almost I suppose the outlook of the smartphone market just generally, because here's the thing, right, is half the time I can't keep up because the innovation comes in so fast, and particularly with a brand like yours where, you know, there's something new all the time, right? What's the outlook? I mean, just how far do you think we're going to be pushing things in the next few years?
It's exciting times. I think the device itself is incredibly powerful. So we now have these 3-nanometer chipsets on board now. I mean, they're microscopic, but the computing power that exists there, it's the equivalent of your television set combined with your PlayStation, Xbox alike integrated into one product, your PC in your pocket. Again, coming back to this idea that it's expanding across device, so into my watches, into the refrigerators at home, into the air conditioners. I can control all of this now from a centralized platform such as the phone. So I think there's a huge growth opportunity there. What I love about Samsung, and I know I'm talking about our premium flagship product here now, but that technology migrates throughout the range at a rapid rate now.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I look at just our entry product today, is not far off where our flagship product was maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
And I think consumers are just the beneficiaries of that.
Yeah, incredible. Really, really incredible. When are the devices available locally, and any exciting offers that you've got?
Sure. So launching, we'll be fulfilling pre-orders, which are available now from the 25th of this month, and then on shelf by the 1st of August. So just around the corner.
Okay.
Happening. You know, making the devices accessible to consumers is one of our priorities, and we've got a fantastic trade-in program giving up to 15,000 Rand back on your device. And what I like about our program that we have is that, let's say you had the Fold 5, so last year's generation, you can bring that into the store, trade that in, guaranteed 15,000 Rand, no matter the condition of the device. All it has to do is switch on. If it switches on, we guarantee it for you there. So none of this fiddling around and kind of, oh, I've got a crack here, a dent there. We take that hassle away. Yeah.
Tell us about the hardware, because we actually haven't talked about that. Because
Sure.
I mean, we're talking about foldables and it's flipping. The other one folds, the other one flips. There's a concern about, you know, the hardware. We've got to be so protective of these devices.
No, not really. They are, you know, this is the 6th generation of a foldable device. We launched them in 2019. They've become incredibly robust. So we let's say guarantee it to 200,000 opening and closings. I mean, that's over, if you were to sit there opening your phone and closing it for most of the day, that's 5 years worth of opening and closings.
Yeah.
On top of that, I mean, that's really if you were pushing it. We give 7 years of OS updates, 7 years security updates on top of it. And again, coming back to the investment we've made into the hinge structure, our dual rail system allows that even if I drop this phone, the energy of that is absorbed into the hinge. It's diffused across the surface, and the chances of it breaking are actually pretty slim.
Really?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm really excited to see this. All the best with the launch.
Thank you very much.
On the 25th with the pre-orders, and then of course on the 1st of August the stock is available all the best to you. And thank you so much for coming into the
Thank you
studio.
very much,
We really
Shane.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. And there you have it. Our guest this morning is, of course, Justin Hume, who is, of course, with Samsung. They're speaking to us about the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked, essentially the Flip and the Fold that have been launched. What a great conversation. Justin Hume, Vice President of Mobile at Samsung South Africa. All right.